Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so in this lecture, uh, this is going to be a bit different. So we're not going to look at charts. We're going to talk about something way more important. What's going on up in your brain? Okay, your psychology. I'm going to be real with you. This might be the most important lecture in the entire course because I've seen traders with amazing strategies fail, and I've seen traders with simple strategies succeed, and the difference is clearly the psychology. So it's not about the strategy; it's about what's going on up there in your brain. Okay, and you've probably heard these statistics that 90% of the traders lose money. Some studies say it's even higher. But have you ever stopped to ask why? It's because trading is impossible. It's it's not because trading is impossible. It's because it's not because the market is rigged against you. It's because most people trade with their emotions instead of their system. So let me tell you what happens. Sometimes some someone learns a strategy, they do some back testing. Oh, this made 500% in the past. They get excited. They start trading real money, and then first loss, and then um, they think, okay, no big deal, it happens. Then second loss, and they're thinking, maybe I should be adjust something, should adjust something. And the third loss, and then this they think that okay, this strategy doesn't work, and then they abandon it. They go looking for the next holy grail, and the cycle repeats over and over. But here's the thing: the strategy might have been fine. The problem was they couldn't handle the emotional roller coaster of trading. Okay. So let's talk about the battle that we call trading, that is within ourselves. Okay. So here's what I need you to understand, that in trading, the battle is mostly with yourself, and it's not you versus the market. It's not you versus the big institutions. It's you versus your own emotions. Okay. So let's talk about some of the emotions that we get when trading. Okay. One of the emotion is fear. Fear makes you exit too early. You see, you see a trade going against you, you close it, and then it reverses and would have been a winner. The solution is that use smaller position sizes, and if you're not afraid of the loss, fear can't control you. Okay, so like, take smaller position sizes and then add on to your position as as the market goes in your favor. And we're going to talk about risk management in next lecture, but um I'm telling you the problem that we get with certain emotions and the solution in order to overcome it. Okay, so second emotion is greed, and greed makes you hold too long. You take a trade, you see a winning trade, you think it's going to go higher. you know you don't take profits, and then it reverses and you give it all back. The solution is set hard take profit target before entering the trade. When it hits, you're out, no question. Okay. The third such emotion is revenge. Okay, you take you take a loss, you get angry, you immediately jump into another trade to make it back. That's how small losses become big losers, big losses, right? And the solution is that you must set a daily trade limit, and after certain number of trades, let's say after X trades or X losses, you're done for the day. Okay. So we talked about fear, right? Like taking small positions. So suppose if you had taken long here, in the last lecture we talked, okay, this was stopping, right? Stopping volume. So if you had entered long there, you know, um, here this was your stop loss, right? And your first target would be around here. And we'll go much more deeper into like how to take these trades with like Wyckoff. But for instance, when I go here and enable the distribution plot, we'll see some trades here. You see, this was a spring. This was a spring formation. Okay, and and once we see this, and let me actually uh, take this. Yeah. So see, this was a spring formation, and you see, if you're taking profits, this is where it's going at the end, which is your 90,000, 91,000, give or take. So like, you can actually get a small position, and set hard profit target here and there. So like two profit target. That's what we are talking about here, okay? And how to overcome revenge trading is to trade on these Wyckoff events. Okay, we're gonna talk about more in depth later, but yeah. So another such emotion is hope. We pray that, okay, like, market goes like in our favor. So this is what we call the stop loss ignorer. Hope makes you ignore your stop losses and you think maybe it will come back. No, if your stop is hit, you're out. Hope is not a strategy. And the solution is use hard stop loss orders. If your stop is hit, you're out of the trade. No exceptions. Okay. Now, I want to tell you something. I actually hate the term retail trader. It sounds weak. It sounds like you're just a small fish that the big shark eats for a breakfast. Okay. I think we should call ourselves warriors because that's what we are. We are competing in an environment that is complex, competitive, and has real money on the line, real risk, and every day we show up and we battle, not against the market, but against our own demons. A warrior trains, a warrior has a discipline, a warrior follows a plan, a warrior doesn't let emotions make decisions in the heat of the battle. Okay, these are the characteristics of warriors. Okay, so from now on, I want you to think yourself as a trading warrior. You're not some retail trader getting pushed around. You're someone who's developing skills, building systems, and becoming better every single day. Okay. So, rule number one. So, how do you actually build this warrior mindset? Let me give you some practical steps. Okay. Number one, accept that losses are part of the game. No strategy wins 100% of the time, not even close. A great system might win 60% of the time. That means 4 out of 10 trades are losers. Okay. If you can't emotionally handle losing 4 times out of 10, you're gonna have a hard time. Losses are not failures, they're tuition. They're the cost of doing business. Okay. And if you can't, yeah. So number two is the trade the system, not feelings. This is why we use checklists. Okay, remember that structure trading. Remember that structure trading checklist from earlier. The checklist doesn't have feelings. Okay, it doesn't panic. It doesn't get greedy. When you feel emotional, refer to the checklist. Okay, does this trade meet the criteria? If yes, then take the trade. If no, don't take the trade. It's simple as that. The system protects you from yourself. Okay, rule number three is size your trades so you can sleep at night. If you're up at 3 a.m. checking your phone because you're worried about a trade, your position is too big, you should be able to take a loss and feel nothing. Okay, that one didn't work. Next, if I if a loss makes you emotional, you're risking too much, right? Number four is practice before you play. This is why we use bar replay. You don't need to fly. You don't need to fly by jumping into a commercial jet. You use a simulator. Trading is the same. The more you practice in replay, the more confidence you build. The more confidence you have, the less emotion affects you. Okay. And look, I'm not gonna lie to you. Trading is a journey. It's a hell of a journey. Actually, there will be days where you will feel like genius and days where you question everything. But that's the part of it. That's where the growth happens. Every trader I know who's successful went through this phase, the doubt, the frustration, the learning curve. The difference is they don't quit. They kept showing up, they kept refining their system, and they kept working on their psychology. And here's what I believe: trading is learnable skill. Okay, it's a skill, not a talent. You weren't born a trader, but you can become one if you want. If you put in the work, if you stay disciplined, if you treat it seriously, you're gonna be fine. Okay, so here's your assignment for this lecture, and it's not on a chart. Okay, I want you to write down the three emotions that you struggle with the most when trading. Be honest. Is it fear, greed, impatience, revenge? Write it down. Okay, and then write down one thing that you can do to address each emotion. For example, fear. Okay, we can write next to it, use smaller position sizes. Great, right next to it, set a hard take profit target before entering the trade. Right, impatience, only trade during specific hours. Put this somewhere on your wall or desk, something, right, where you can see it, and this is your psychological battle plan. Okay, so in the next lecture we're gonna talk about risk management, the practical side of protecting your capital, because mindset is great, but you also need rules. So I'll see you there.